success, influence, wealth. These are the things people chase, believing they hold the key to fulfillment. But what if true wealth isn't found in gold, but in something far greater? This is the story of Lydia, the businesswoman who learned that the most valuable things in life are not measured in coins, but in faith, wisdom, and purpose. Lydia was a woman of precision, of vision. She understood the value of time, of opportunity. A seller of purple cloth, an industry reserved for the elite, she had built a thriving business, one that placed her among the most respected traders of her time. In the marketplace, her name carried weight. But in the quiet corners of her heart, she knew there was something missing. She had everything society defined as success: wealth, status, independence. Yet, when the merchants closed their stalls and the noise of the city faded, a quiet emptiness remained. Because at the end of the day, no amount of riches could answer the deeper questions. What is my purpose? Where do I truly belong? Is there more to life than this? One ordinary day, an extraordinary moment changed everything. Word spread through Philippi of a man named Paul, a traveler who spoke of a different kind of kingdom, not one built on gold and power, but on faith and love. His words were not the usual market chatter of prophets and trade routes. He spoke of a God who knew people by name, who did not measure their worth by their wealth, but by their hearts. Lydia, always seeking wisdom, was drawn to listen. She found him not in the city square, but by the river, where a small group had gathered. Sitting on the cool stones near the water's edge, she listened as Paul spoke of Jesus, the man who healed the sick, who dined with the outcasts, who offered love without condition. He told them that true fulfillment wasn't found in what they owned, but in who they belonged to. That all the riches of the world could not compare to the peace of knowing God. As Lydia listened, something stirred in her. These words, so simple, yet so powerful, spoke directly to the ache she had carried for so long. She realized that though she had built a life of abundance, she had never truly known peace. And in that moment, she understood. She was wealthy in the world's eyes, but poor in spirit. And she was ready to change that. Moved beyond words, Lydia made a decision that would define her future. "I want to follow this Jesus," she declared. And as she stepped into the cool river waters, Paul baptized her, a public symbol of an inward transformation. The woman who once measured her success in gold now found her greatest treasure in faith. Her life did not just change, it expanded. The home she had built with her wealth became a place of worship, a sanctuary for travelers and seekers of truth. The same hands that once traded fine fabric now offered shelter, food, and kindness. Her business flourished, but no longer just for her own gain. She used it to support Paul and his mission, funding the spread of this message that had changed her life. As time went on, Paul and his companions spent more time with Lydia. They shared meals, exchanged stories, and built a bond that was deeper than friendship. It was family. And through these conversations, Paul came to learn something unexpected. Lydia had no children. In a time when family legacy was everything, this was unusual for a woman of her status. Perhaps she had once dreamed of holding a child of her own, of passing down her name and her business. Perhaps she had accepted long ago that it would never be. But now, she realized something profound. She had been given a different kind of legacy. She was called to be a mother in a way she never expected. To nurture, to lead, to open her home and her heart to those in need. And she embraced that calling fully. Through Lydia, we learned that true wealth is not in what we keep, but in what we give. That sometimes the plans we thought were missing from our lives were never meant for us, because something greater was waiting. She found that her influence was not just in trade, but in the lives she touched. And in the end, it was not the purple cloth she sold that made her story remarkable. It was the faith she carried, the kindness she spread, and the love she shared. So ask yourself, are you building a life that will be remembered for what you owned, or for what you gave? Are you chasing success that fades, or investing in a purpose that lasts? Time moves forward. Opportunities rise and fade. But the choices we make, the moments we use to love, to serve, to seek truth. Those are the treasures that will never be lost. Lydia found true wealth not in what she owned, but in what she gave. And that is a lesson worth holding on to